Welcome to At Home in My PJs. It's just me talking with my friends while I'm at home in my PJs. Today, my friend is Tim Burns. Tim, say hello.
Hello, Tim Burns.
So you said that you went to work. What kind of work are you doing nowadays?
And I'm working on putting together another radio drama that we can kind of do in quarantine. So
Oh, that's great.
it's one of those things that I feel like that medium just lends itself really well to not having to be in the same place at the same time due to the format.
Yes.
I still have to organize it. So I'm looking at doing an episode of My Friend Irma. I don't know if you're familiar with that one or not.
No, I think you're making that up.
I totally am. No, actually,
Nice.
that
That's the
no
most
one's named Irma.
exciting name for a program that anyone's ever come up with.
Oh, it is. No, it's a legit show. I don't remember who the original stars of it were, but basically it kind of follows.
Just make them up, Tim. You already made up the name of the show.
Jane and Irma are the main characters anyway, and so they're roommates, and Irma is just kind of like a up in the clouds. Like she has no idea about anything. She's just scatterbrained is not really the right word. She's not particularly smart, and so a lot of the comedy comes from her misunderstandings of stuff. And so I've been listening to episodes of that as well as The Magnificent Montague, which is another one I'd never heard of before, which probably sounds equally as fake.
Oh, yeah. You just made that up just now.
Constantly. Also, Zebthar's Guide to Nothing.
I'm also working on some radio dramas myself. One of them is called The Bedrail of Montezuma. The second one I'm working on is called The Sky's the Limit, baby. And the third one I'm working on is called Haircuts for Horace. All three of those are completely legitimate.
Wait, really?
Just as legitimate as yours.
I was going to say, please tell me that Haircuts for Horace is just like ASMR sounds of just hair getting cut.
Snip, snip. Well, those sound really exciting, Tim. I can't wait to see and or participate in those.
Yeah, hopefully trying to do some ones that are more comedic this time around just to help bring a little bit more levity and joyfulness to the situation. So
if there's one thing that I have learned through all of this, it's that people really need some entertainment while they're at home.
Oh, definitely.
Doing this, it's it's not entertainment, but it's close.
Listen, if people will watch unboxing videos on YouTube, I think this qualifies as entertainment.
We're unboxing our souls.
It's true.
So one thing I would like to do is I'd like to talk about just a little bit of news just to make this a time program. I just went to my Google feed, and this is the first thing in my Google feed. It says that Kansas has added 154 cases of COVID-19 today. So highest concentrations are in Wyandotte and Ford counties, which Ford County has surpassed Johnson County now as the number 2. Something about Northwest Kansas and meat packing plants, I think I read. So,
I think I've heard a little bit about that. Thankfully, I'm surprised that Salina hasn't had more cases than we've reported anyway. And Salina was kind of slow to react to things, it feels like. So, but I'm concerned because this past weekend, there was a lady who was showing symptoms, and I think was later confirmed that day or maybe the next day to for sure have COVID-19. And she went out to like 4 different grocery stores in one day. And I don't know if she wore a mask or any kind of protection, but she went out with symptoms to all those places. So who knows how many number of people she could have infected.
2 weeks from now, there could be a huge number more.
I mean, this isn't the first time we've had, pandemics like this before. You would think after so many, years of knowing this stuff has been around that we would be smarter about this kind of crap.
Well, the problem is all of us are just young. None of us has been through it ourselves personally.
That's true. All we need to do is live to at least 1,000. So That way, whenever the next one of these ops around, one of us can stick around and say, "I remember the other pandemic, and let me tell you, it was serious."
I have to think, the elves in the Lord of the Rings, the elves would be reacting to this in a completely different way because they're like, "Oh yeah."
They so would. They would shut shit down so fast. I feel like of all those races, the dwarves would be the most stubborn to like not go into the mines and like stay 6 feet away from each other.
No, they'd be like, "We're going into the mines.
It's so true.
We're not afraid of a virus." And that's how the dwarves went extinct.
Okay.
My random word magical generator has given us the word dizzy. They tell you that once you reach a certain age, the tiny hairs inside your ears begin to stiffen up and they lose their flexibility, and that causes to become dizzy more often.
Really?
And I found that happened to me 100% once I turned about 30, somewhere right around in there. And now I can't even spin around too fast in an office chair without making myself dizzy.
Really?
Something like, I don't know, riding the barrel ride at the amusement park where you get spun around and you stick to the wall. I'm pretty sure at that point that would be fatal.
I can believe that. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that was a. So I have that to look forward to.
Yay!
Yeah! The few times I've ever been to like Worlds of Fun, typically I always use like that barrel ride thing to dry off after the water rides.
No, I'm sorry. Once you hit the age of 30, you're going to have to be damp all day long.
I mean, I'm already reaching that. Like anytime I step outside and it's hot.
Well, Tim, thanks so much for joining me on the very first At Home in My Gym. All right. Thank you all. We'll see you again next time.
Bye.